Recently, I've noticed an increase in people wanting to buy flats, maisonettes, apartments. So here are a few things to watch out for if you are looking at one. So at number one, we've got the tenure. Make sure that any flat, apartment, maisonette that you're looking at is leasehold, because it's extremely difficult to mortgage a freehold flat. Now, if the property comes with a leasehold title but with the share of the freehold, that's absolutely fine. However, if it's purely freehold, try and stay away from it. I'm not saying that it's impossible to mortgage these types of properties. However, it is going to be extremely difficult and you're very unlikely to get access to the high street lenders, and therefore you're going to end up paying a much higher interest rate. So with that comes the second point, which is the lease length. Now, I normally say to people, if the lease is under 100 years, be very wary. And the reason for that is because the shorter the lease, the less that property is actually going to be worth unless you action a lease extension, which by the way is so expensive. Different lenders will have different criteria surrounding how long must be left on the lease before they won't lend on it, and this varies from lender to lender. Some lenders will have it as high as 85 years, others will do it as low as 35 at the end of mortgage term. So it really just depends on the lender. However, from your own perspective, if you don't want to lose your money, especially if you're a first time buyer, then you want to make sure that that lease is probably above 100 years, if not more. Number three, we have working lifts. If the property is in a building that's over 4 stories high, that building must have a working lift. Otherwise, the lender could say no. Other things to watch out for is if the flat is above commercial premises. A lot of lenders will not like that, as well as the service charges and ground rent, because some of the ones that I've seen are absolutely extortionate. And not only will that go against you when it comes to affordability, because we have to include it within affordability, but also it's an added cost to you on a monthly basis. So always double check all those charges. And lastly, please remember that the estate agents work for the seller, not for the buyer. So they will only have the seller's best interest at heart, even though they should probably have the buyers as well. But it is not uncommon for estate agents to lie, to be very unethical when it comes to selling properties just to get that sale secured. So if you're in doubt about anything the estate agent has told you, please get in touch with me and I can clarify it for you. And as always, if you found this useful, make sure you like and follow for more.